We welcome you into our broadcast this evening from Notre Dame Academy, the Schneider Triton Center, the site for tonight's matchup between the visiting Randolph Rockets and the home team, your Notre Dame Academy Tritons. Hi everyone, I'm Joey Bonadonna. Welcome into this one, pre-Christmas edition. Should be a good one. Visiting Randolph Rockets come in ranked number 1 in Division 5. Only one loss on the season for this Randolph squad. As for the Tritons, they're riding a 4-game win streak after dropping the first 2 games of the season, beating Ashwaubenon, Sheboygan North, East Troy, and most recently Escanaba, claiming the title of the Nicky Dodens Holiday Memorial Tournament down in Cedarburg. As we will bring you the starting lineups now for both sides. First for the Randolph Rockets, a 5'10 sophomore, number 10, Carter Meredith. A 6'4 senior, number 20, Sam Grieger. A 6'6 senior, number 24, Travis Alvin. A 6'2 sophomore, number 40, Jake Dykstra. And a 6'4 senior, number 50, Ben Neiman. Again, Meredith, Grieger, Alvin, Dykstra, and Neiman. Now for the starting lineups for the home team, the Notre Dame Academy Tritons. A 6'1 junior, number 1, Emmett Lawton. A 6'1 senior, number 3, Chris Mitchell. A 6-foot senior, number 4, Daniel Hornacek. A 6'5 junior, number 14, Ethan Wall, a team. And a 6'2 senior, number 21, Keegan King. So again, Lawton, Mitchell, Hornacek, Wall, a team, and King. We're ready to get underway for this one. Teams meeting at half court into that green circle, middle of the court for the tip-off. It'll be Ethan Wall, a team, taking it for the Tritons, and Sam Grieger taking it for the Rockets as Grieger tips it to Travis Alvin. We're underway tonight from Green Bay. Alvin with it up top, swings it over to Grieger. Grieger up top, he'll pull up from 3. That one off the mark. It's long and hauled in by Daniel Hornacek. Hornacek pushes it to Lawton. Lawton driving baseline, puts it up high and rebounded by Grieger. So first 2 possessions for both teams come up empty-handed. Dykstra loses the handle of that one out of bounds, so it'll be Triton ball. Daniel Hornacek will run the point. Swings it over to Lawton, now Wall, a team. Mitchell over the wing, Lawton down low. He'll put it up off the glass, no good. Hauled in by Wall, a team, a loose ball. And Meredith comes away with it. Grieger pushing it up past the half-court line. He's met by Emmett Lawton. Swung to the corner. Good defense there by Chris Mitchell. Alvin driving on Wall, a team, spinning, goes up, blocked, and coming away with it is Neiman. Alvin over to Meredith. Now back to Dykstra. Grieger working against Hornacek. Drives baseline, puts up the floater, no good, and hauled in by Keegan King. Daniel Hornacek pushing it up. Tritons do have numbers. Euro step kick to Mitchell. Mitchell pulls up mid-ranger, high arcing shot and bounces in. First basket of the night is scored by Chris Mitchell. Tritons lead 2-0. Just closing in on 16 minutes to go here in the first half, and a foul. They're going to go against Keegan King. Tritons, one of the highest fouling teams in the FRCC over the last couple of years. Still remains true this season. Grieger on the wing, working against Lawton. Kicks it over to Dykstra. Back to Grieger. An isolation look. Alvin comes in on a screen. Grieger steps through, puts it up, and puts the basket in. Tied up at 2 apiece. And Sam Grieger has the first basket for the Rockets. Lawton swings it over to King. King looking to drive. Back out to Lawton. Lawton, best three-point shooter on the team, kicks it to Walla-Team, goes up with it and gets it to go. Ethan Walla-Team, his first basket of the night, puts Tritons back up 4-2. Grieger running the point against Lawton. Neiman comes up on a screen. Kick to the corner, lost out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Hornacek, so it'll stay Randolph ball. Randolph working right to left in their road blues, Tritons in their home whites. They're working left to right. Inbound goes to Alvin. Jump stop back out to Grieger. Grieger driving, spinning, loses the possession of the ball, and a jump ball. It'll go Triton possession, as they had the possession arrow. 14:35 to go here in the first half. Tritons up 4-2. Going to be a very tough defensive battle tonight. A lot of size over on Randolph's size. Kick out to Mitchell in the corner. Now to Lawton up top. Lawton swings it to King. King spinning in the lane. Contact. While a team goes up with it, that one's long. And Alvin comes down with the rebound. Speaking of that size, Travis Alvin, 6'6", 225. Going to be a very interesting post player to watch as shot goes up there. That's Ben Neiman against Keegan King. He ties the game up at 4, just under 14 minutes to go. While a team goes up on the other end, no good. And Travis Alvin comes up with the rebound. While a team 1 for 3 to start the contest. Alvin with possession, kicks it out to Dykstra. Mitchell up against him now. Meredith swings it over to Grieger. Three-point shot on the way is long, and a foul, I think, going against Travis Alvin. Indeed, it'll go against Travis Alvin. Would have been an offensive rebound, but a foul on the rebound. Ethan Walla-Team will head to the bench. Luke Warden will head out onto the floor. Down low to King. King going to work, driving the lane, puts up the floater, short. Alvin comes up with the rebound. Still tied up at 4 apiece as we're under 13 minutes to go. Losing possession into the backcourt and over and back. Chris Mitchell would have had an easy breakaway layup, it looked like, but an over and back call. Good defensive effort there by Daniel Hornacek. He'll run the point on this one as he swings it over to Lawton. Lawton up to Hornacek. Hornacek kicks out to King. King driving, cross-court pass, tipped. Mitchell with possession. Keegan King, the deep to long. And Alvin comes down with the rebound. A foul going against Luke Warden. Second team foul, and first against Warden, as he was the first man off the bench. Sixth man in this Triton rotation. 12:31 to go here in the first. And still tied up 4-4. As that one's loose out of bounds, Mitchell tried to dive for that one, but it will roll out of bounds. Still Randolph ball. Tritons continuing to press. Almost tipped there by Mitchell. But Grieger bringing it up against Lawton. Inside Travis, Alvin goes up and finishes. Randolph takes their first lead. It's 6-4. Hornacek driving, kicks out to King. Lawton out to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. That one is long, and Alvin comes down with the rebound. He's going to come down with a lot of those tonight. Tritons going to have to capitalize on the shots they are given. Substitutions coming in. Henry Weber will check in for Daniel Hornacek. And for Randolph, Dietrich Meyer and Owen Gould will check in. 6-4 Randolph, early going here in the first half. Grieger almost pulled up from three there. Now a three-point shot on the way is good. Dietrich Meyer and a timeout called by Notre Dame. 9-4. Randolph has the lead, 11:32 to go in the first. The number one team in Division 5 coming out fighting against this D2 Notre Dame squad. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Notre Dame Basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from timeout. Randolph leading the Tritons in this one 9-4 with 11.5 minutes to go in the first. While a team swings it to Lawton, he'll pull up from three. That one good. Emmett Lawton continuing his early success from three as he gets that one to go and cuts it down to a 2-point game. Inside to Alvin, down low. Alvin goes out with a block by Walla team. He checks back in for Keegan King. Mitchell driving inside, puts up the floater high off the glass. Loose ball, and Randolph comes down with it. Pass over to Grieger. Isolation look here against Walla team. Down low. Grieger trying to find something. He spins in the lane, kicks it out. Down low to Alvin on the wing. Driving on the baseline, goes up, blocked again by Walla team, but an offensive rebound as Dietrich Meyer again up to 6. Walla team comes up with the offensive rebound on the other end and puts it in. So we'll update our scoreboard here, 11-9 in favor of the Rockets. Alvin up to the rim, no good. Warden comes up with a defensive rebound. Tritons pushing it up. Walla team inside the lane, goes up, no good. And a rebound by Randolph. A tough start at the rim offensively for Walla team. He's got 4 early on, but that would have tied it up. And a foul. Gonna go against Walla team, his first. Team's third. Travis Alvin will go to the line to shoot some free throws.
Travis Alvin on the line for the Rockets, shooting 2.
That one long. checking back in, it'll be Ben Neiman. In for Owen Gould. Second one rolls in, so up to a 3-point game. Tritons still trying to go up tempo. Mitchell inside to Warden. He'll go up with the left and finishes. Luke Warden has his first basket of the night, and it's down to a 1-point Rocket lead. Kick over to Meredith. Pass jump there by Mitchell. He'll go up with the right, foul, and one. Chris Mitchell gets the transition and one, and the Tritons take the lead. Keegan King and Daniel Hornacek will check back in. Lawton and Warden will head to the bench. Tritons take the lead. And Chris Mitchell has an and one opportunity now at the line. Rolls out, and rebound by Travis Alvin. Mitchell up to 4. Since the last broadcast, as Mitchell comes up with another steal. King. Mitchell back to King, wall a team to Weber. Weber driving out to Hornacek. Hornacek driving baseline, out to King. Mitchell, nice movement here by the Tritons on this possession. Inside to Hornacek, out to Mitchell. He'll drive in the lane, out to Walla team now. Kicked out, oh, he was out of bounds, says the baseline official. And that'll be another turnover here by Notre Dame. Since the last broadcast, Chris Mitchell now up to 9th all-time as he overtook Avery Lyons in the Sheboygan North game, unbeknownst to me at the time. But now including this game, he's at 722 points all-time. Next person he's got to beat is Garrett Gresh at 803. Meredith driving inside and gets it to go. Randolph reclaims the lead. Carter Meredith, the 5'10 sophomore, getting it done. King driving. Out to Hornacek. Hornacek spinning. Now Walla team. Loses possession. Caught in trap. And it'll reset up to Mitchell up top. Closing on 7 minutes to go. Hornacek pulls up from 3 off the mark. Hauled in by Neiman. Randolph almost caught in a trap there. Alvin kicks it over to Dykstra. Now Meredith inside, Grieger to Alvin. Goes up, fouled. Again by Walla team, his second. And Travis Alvin will go shoot 2 free throws.
Travis Alvin on the line, shooting 2.
And short on the first. Curtin and Lawton will check in. Chris Mitchell and Ethan Walla team will head to the bench. Alvin long on the second, and Keegan King comes up with the rebound. Push up to Braden Curtin. Lawton now kicks to Hornacek. He'll drive up to the rim and gets it to go. Daniel Hornacek up with his first basket of the game, up to 2 points, and the Tritons reclaim the lead with under 6.5 to go. Low scoring first half thus far. Inside to Alvin. Back out to Grieger. Grieger guarded by Lawton. They'll look to drive. Hornacek there on the help. Inside to Neiman. Neiman goes out for a pass and resets. Meredith to Alvin. Alvin looking to drive on Curtin. Goes up with the left, short. hauled in by Henry Weber. Under 6 minutes to go. Hornacek to Lawton. He'll pull up for three, off the mark, and a loose ball. And now a transition opportunity for Randolph as Meredith gets it to go. 16-15, back and forth we go. A lot of lead changes here in the first half. Down low to Keegan King. King goes up with the right, and that one a little long. Rockets with the lead, 5 minutes to go here in the first. Inside to Alvin. Now Neiman met by Curtin. And two shots coming up here for Ben Neiman. No good on the first from Ben Neiman. Max Augustine will check in for Henry Weber. Mason Westra will also check in for the Rockets. Good on the second. And the Randolph Rockets have a 2-point lead with now exactly 5 minutes to go. Lawton to Hornacek. Now over to Augustine. Curtin to Hornacek. Hornacek driving, kicks it out to Lawton. Hornacek dumps it in for King. King back out to Hornacek. Go in the lane. Augustine for three. That one is long. Hauled in by Travis Alvin. And transition opportunity, and that one out of bounds, off the hands of Jake Dykstra. Good contest there by Daniel Hornacek. Played a little DB in his football career. Better known as a running back, but he got up there to contest that one. Hornacek flipped to Augustine. Now Lawton. Lawton driving the lane, pulls up. That one long again, and hauled in by Sam Grieger. Tritons just not getting many shots to go. Down by 2 with under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Alvin against Curtin. Now stolen away by Emmett Lawton. He goes up with the right and gets it to go. 17 all. Alvin inside against Keegan King, and very quickly Randolph takes the lead right back. Travis Alvin up to 5 points for the Rockets. Hornacek goes up with the left, contact, and that one doesn't fall. Just a lot of easy buckets Tritons have been unable to make here in the first. 3-point shot on the way, off the mark, but an offensive rebound. Inside, poked away by King. Here comes Hornacek on a 2-on-1. He goes up with the right. Daniel Hornacek ties us up at 19 with about 2.5 to go. He's up to 4. Luke Warden and Chris Mitchell checking in for the Tritons at the next stoppage. And Carter Meredith will do the same for the Rockets. Down low, and a foul going to go against Braden Curtin. That'll be the 6th on the Tritons here in the first.
Noted foul number 12, Braden Curtin. His second, team 6.
So next foul here in the first. Randolph be shooting 1-1. Inbound to Grieger. Mitchell playing some tight D as he checks in. As that one's stolen away by Chris Mitchell. Push up to Lawton. He goes up with the right. Emmett Lawton. Great transition bucket there from Chris Mitchell to Emmett Lawton. Lawton's up to 5. Under 2 minutes to go. Alvin goes up with the left, no good, and Luke Warden comes down with the rebound. Triton still up tempo. Mitchell goes up, rejected. Tritons trying to get a lot of those fast buckets, and it hasn't really worked out for them. They do have a 2-point lead. And a timeout called by Randolph. We'll keep it right here. Emmett Lawton actually up to 7 points here in the first, leading the charge for Notre Dame. This game was put on the schedule last year. Previous head coach A.J. Alexander is a Randolph graduate. He stepped down as he moved to Illinois. But this game remained on the schedule. And it's been a good one so far. Not a lot of scoring, but we should be in for a good finish. Still only a 2-point game. Tritons have the lead. Number 1 ranked team in Division 5 are the Randolph Rockets, who Meredith almost stepped on that backcourt line. 3-point shot from Grieger, long, and so was that rebound as it's hauled in by Ben Neiman. Inside as Augustine is sent flying, and that'll be the 7th foul going against Notre Dame. Foul's actually going to go against Luke Warden. That's his second. Jake Dykstra has 2 free throws. We'll try and tie this one up. And good on the first. Keegan King checks in for Braden Curtin. And good on the second. Tied up at 21 with under a minute to go. Deuce Musio will check in for Luke Warden. Kick out to Lawton. Slows down. Looked like he was going to try and take that shot there. Hand off to Augustine, now Mitchell. Back to Lawton. He'll pull up from 3 off the mark. Travis Alvin comes up with another rebound. Randolph now slowing it down. They'll likely see if they can try and take the last shot of the half. Grieger goes up with the floater and gets it to go. 23-21. The Randolph Rockets have a 2-point lead as we approach in on halftime. Tritons will not take a timeout. Mitchell out to Musial. He'll put it up, and the buzzer beater goes for Deuce Musial. The Tritons will tie it up. I'm sure they'd like to have it have a lead here at the half, but a tie will do just fine for the moment being. Well, we are at halftime. 23 all is our score. We will take a quick timeout here at halftime. We'll bring you first half scores and stats and get back for second half action here in a few. You're watching Notre Dame Basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back for second half action from here at the Triton Center. 23-23 is our score between Randolph and Notre Dame. We will bring you some scorers from here in the first half. As we look at first aside on Notre Dame, Emmett Lawton leading the charge offensively with a total of 7 points. Chris Mitchell with 4, Daniel Hornacek with 4, Ethan Wallateam with 4, Luke Warden with 2, and Deuce Musial with 2. Only 3 players have 2 fouls. Braden Curtin, Ethan Wallateam, and Luke Warden, all with 3 fouls. Arguably, those are some of your best bigs this season. One moment here. Well, actually, here for the second half, we'll have some special guests join the booth. First up, 2021 Notre Dame Academy grad and current Dominican University basketball player Danny Nennig. Danny, welcome back to the booth.
Oh, it's great to be back. As a lot of people know, I took 1 game last year against Kakana.
Yep.
For the women's team. Is very fun. But Joey, thanks for having me here.
Absolutely. Our other guest, Garrett Gresh, will be coming up shortly. That was a fun one between Notre Dame and Kakana. Both Garrett and Danny took the commentary.
No, that was fun.
Randolph will begin with possession of the ball. Chris Mitchell takes it back the other way. First, nope, no good, but Hornacek goes up and cleans it up. That's the 4th steal of tonight's game for Chris Mitchell.
It's good to see the team play. They back him up when he misses the layup. But no, as I was here watching, it looks like they play really good defense this year. It's something that we lacked on last year.
Definitely something that's improved on. Here's Alvin goes up with the right. No good against Ethan Wallateam.
That's a big kid.
Hornacek goes up with the right. No good. And a lot of those transition buckets, as Ethan Wallateam almost had a steal there. We talked about here in the first half, the up-tempo transition buckets for Notre Dame. They've tried it a lot, try to get ahead of the defense. I'm sure something that Coach Bobinski's trying to say is just slow down, as there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Keegan King. No, it'll be on Chris Mitchell. That'll be his first. Sam Grieger will go to the line to shoot, too. So, Danny, tell me a little bit about how the season's been going for you down at Dominican.
Well, we started off a little tough start going on. But the intensity is crazy. Any level of college basketball is a lot more than you would think going into it. My body's hurting all the time, but it's really fun. It's a great opportunity, and if anyone has the opportunity to play, I definitely would take it.
So Dominican is in the same conference as St. Norbert, where Garrett plays.
Yes.
Just coming up in a couple weeks here, you guys are going to be playing against each other up here in De Pere.
Yeah, biggest game of the year.
And what's been going through your head about that game?
Oh, it's going to be good to come back here, play basketball in my hometown, Green Bay, and get to play against Garrett. It's going to be so much fun. We got a lot of people we know. It's very widespread. January 22nd for all you folks at home. If you want to come watch a couple of alumni play a high-level basketball game, it'll be very fun to watch.
Unfortunately, that is the same night as a show for Notre Dame's production of Footloose, so I will unfortunately be unable to be there. But if you're out there and you want to see a couple of Notre Dame alums duke it out in some conference battle, definitely head over to St. Norbert and check that one out as Emmett Lawton gets the and one to go in transition.
Very tough finish from Lawton right there. He really used his body well. Put him up in the air, went into him, easy and one.
Lawton up to 9 points, and he'll have an and one opportunity to try and make it 10.
So you said, well, you didn't say this, but I heard Randolph is the #1 team.
Yes,
in
#1 team in Division 5.
So this would be a very big win for Notre Dame tonight.
Yes, their lone loss was to Wanakee,
Okay.
which is a very solid team there.
Lawton's laughing. I think he just fell.
Grieger with possession of this one. Driving on Keegan King. King picks him up now, Wall a team. Dumped into Alvin. King taking a couple swats at the ball.
Good defense.
Alvin goes up long, and another offensive rebound. Going up again, Grieger, no good. And Chris Mitchell comes away with it. He's going up tempo. Here it comes. Lawton blocked while a team cleans it up.
That's a great follow-up right there.
So first lead for either side of more than a possession, as Notre Dame is up to 4. And a foul going there against Emmett Lawton. That'll be his first, team's third.
Notre Dame foul number 1, Emmett Lawton, his first, team's third.
Inbound goes to Carter Meredith. As poked at half court there by Hornacek. 3-point shot on the way is off the mark. Ethan Wallateam cleans it up. Triton still going up tempo. Kick to Hornacek in the corner, back to Mitchell, inside to Keegan King. King has it taken away.
You got to talk to him there. You got to let him know that your guy left you, so you can't see that when you're in the post.
Grieger over to Dykstra, now Meredith. Into Neiman, now Alvin. Going up with the right, no good. Wallateam comes away with the rebound. Leading rebounder this season. Ethan Wallateam poked out of bounds by Sam Grieger. We'll have a changing of the guard here as play continues. Chris Mitchell kicks it over to Lawton. I want to thank Danny for taking some time to come up into the booth. That one blocked by Ben Neiman. As Grieger on the other end gets the mid-ranger to go. 29-27. All right, now we'll bring in our other guest. Another 2021 Notre Dame grad and St. Norbert basketball player, Garrett Gresh. Garrett, welcome back to the booth.
Thanks, Joey.
So, Garrett, we'll talk to you a little bit. There's another steal by Chris Mitchell. Back to Mitchell, who'll go up with the left and gets it to go. 31-27, Tritons now have the lead. Talk a little bit about your high school career. Obviously now with the, we do have extended leading scoreboards now, so you're up there at number 8. 803 career points for you. Just talk about how your high school career meant to you here at Notre Dame.
It was pretty big. I mean, this is where I've been my whole life, and wouldn't rather spend my high school career.
Chris Mitchell there for 3. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all good.
Timeout called by Randolph. We'll keep it here. We'll continue our conversation here as a timeout is called by Randolph. So yeah, just we'll cross it over now to college. Had the opportunity to go play for your dad, Gary, over at St. Norbert. How's that experience been for you playing for your dad, playing college basketball?
It's been a little weird. I mean, it's my first time playing for my dad or my mom. My mom's never coached me. It's my first time playing for my dad. So it was a whole new experience, and you know, it's kind of tough to start, but you adjust to it and you get over it.
And I asked Danny about it. In a couple weeks, you and Dominican are going to be squaring off here at home against at St. Norbert. I'm sure that game's been talked about. It's going to be a big conference battle. That game's been talked about for a while. What have those conversations been like with Danny and going up to January 22nd There's going to be a little bit of trash talk there between you two.
Maybe a little. I don't know. I think we're both pretty excited to play each other. It's a really cool opportunity, especially because we played together our whole lives, and now we're playing against each other at the college level. So it'll be a fun experience, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And with you being in town, you've been able to catch a couple of games here of Notre Dame. A lot of change has happened since last year, obviously, with the graduates of the class of 2021, but Coach Alexander stepping down, and the insertion of Coach Bobinski. What do you see it's kind of different between last year and this year?
I just like the energy these guys come out and play with. They're hungry. I mean, the last 2 years we've ended up short of expectations, and these guys want it, and I like the way they're playing out here. It's fun to watch.
As there's a foul against Ethan Wall, a team, 34-27, as Travis Alvin will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. He's got 5 so far in the game. Been a very large presence. I mean, you can't deny it at 6'6", 225, up in that paint area for Randolph. Under 13 minutes to go here in regulation, and Alvin will sink the second. Down to a 6-point lead for Notre Dame. Lawton kick to Mitchell, a deep 3, good, Chris Mitchell. Speaking of Chris Mitchell, since I believe the Sheboygan North game, he is now up to 9th. He's nipping at your heels for 8. What words of encouragement would you be given to Chris right now, or do you want to keep that number 8 spot?
It doesn't really matter to me personally. I mean, it is what it is, and Chris is a good player, and he looks a lot better this year. I mean, this whole group, really, you can tell they're experienced. Most of these guys that are starting have been on varsity for the last 2 years. So,
looking at now all the guys on the floor. Well, Emmett last year was his first year, but he's really stepped up this year, leading the team in scoring in the early going. Daniel Hornacek been a contributor since his sophomore year. Chris since his freshman year. Luke Warden came in as a solid post bench opportunity player, and Keegan King obviously as well since his sophomore year. Starting since his sophomore year, as there's a bucket by Carter Meredith, as we get it updated, 37-32, Notre Dame with the lead. King a deep 2, that one off the mark. Hauled in by Sam Grieger. There's a shot there from Grieger, hauled in by Alvin. Alvin goes up and gets it to go. Back to a 3-point game. As out of bounds on that one.
Checking for Randolph, Dietrich Meyer, number 34, Olin Poole. For Notre Dame, number 2, Henry Weber.
Daniel Hornacek will check out. Henry Weber will check in. Back to a 1-possession game with just about 11:30 to go. Down low to King. King to Warden. Goes up with the right, and no good. Randolph going on a little bit of a run here. Down court, and a foul. One against Chris Mitchell. Dietrich Meyer will go to the line. He's got 5 for the Rockets. And he'll have an opportunity to try and hit his 6th and 7th. Good on the first, so down to a 2-point lead for Notre Dame. Meyer on his second, rolls out, and King gets the rebound. Pushed up to Lawton, back to Mitchell. Lawton down low to Warden, and a foul on the floor. Chris Mitchell will do the inbounding. Gets it into King. Lawton back out to King. Warden, a deep two, connects on that one. Luke Warden. We saw that a little bit last year. Luke can shoot it a little bit.
Yeah, he can stretch the floor.
4 points up for him. Alvin over to Meredith. Grieger working against Lawton. Alvin looking to drive, poke there by King. Back to Grieger. Grieger pulls up long and out of bounds. It'll be Notre Dame ball. Daniel Hornacek will check back in for Emmett Lawton. Hornacek running the point. Looks like Ben Neiman will check in at the next stoppage. And the foul's going to go there against Owen Gould. Believe it'll be their third. Definitely want to thank Garrett and Danny for their time here early on in the here in the second to chat a little bit as Mitchell will fire from three. Good, Chris Mitchell. He fires from three. He's up to 15 now for the Tritons. As that one's poked away by Mitchell and just out of bounds. Would have been another steal for him. Meredith pushes off there on Weber. He pulls up in front of Warden. Offensive rebound, and putting it back up is Ben Neiman. 42-37. Down low to King. King over to Weber with the left. Got it to go. (44-37). Tritons have been able to get a couple more points scored than they did there in the first. Apologies, just now changing our scoreboard graphic. We're up to the second half. Just under 9 minutes to go. Blocked there by Warden and a late foul. That'll be 6 team fouls, and it'll be Warden's third. Owen Gould at the free throw line, long on the first. Wallateam and Braden Curtin will check in. Gould off on the second, but Neiman gets the offensive rebound. Meredith driving, puts up the layup. Nicely contested there by Wallateam. Weber wraps it around to Hornacek. Wide open three in the corner. Good! Daniel Hornacek pushes it up to a double-digit lead for the Tritons. Just about 8 minutes to go. Poked away again there by Chris Mitchell. That's got to be upwards of 6 now, and the assist on the other end to Henry Weber. Wow. What a run here by Notre Dame. 49-37, we'll take a timeout. 8:03 to go in the second. Tritons up by 12. You're watching Notre Dame basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from timeout. Tritons up by 12 with 8:03 to go here in regulation. Inbound goes to Carter Meredith as he's pushing it up against Weber. Poked away again there by Weber. In the corner, Meredith fires the three off the mark. Neiman unable to haul in the rebound. Mitchell cleans it up. Mitchell driving, pulls up from mid-range, good. Chris Mitchell up to 17 points now for Notre Dame. That one knocked out of bounds by Chris Mitchell. That's what the call is. Notre Dame not happy about it.
Checking in for Randolph, number 40, Jake Dykstra.
$7:11 to go here in the second. Inbound goes to Travis Alvin. Alvin in the corner. Down low, Alvin is fouled against Henry Weber, so the Rockets are going to be in the 1-and-1 bonus for the next 7 minutes of regulation. Tritons are up by 14, but
Notre Dame is now over the limit on the line for the Rockets. Travis Alvin shooting bonus.
and that one off the mark. Weber goes up with the left and just can't get it to go. And a foul going against Daniel Hornacek.
Notre Dame foul number 4, Daniel Hornacek, his second, team's 8th.
Eighth team foul. And the second on Daniel Hornacek. Braden Curtin, Henry Weber will head to the bench. Emmett Lawton and Keegan King will check in. No good on the first, so Tritons able to push it up. Mitchell, another open three, good. Chris Mitchell up to 20 points here in this ball game. He's been on a tear here against Randolph. (54-37). Tritons with the lead with about 6 minutes to go here in the second. Pass off to Alvin. Poked loose. Alvin tries to go up with it, no good. And out of bounds, I believe, is the call. And another turnover here by Randolph. Tritons starting to push away with this one, up by 17. Still 6 minutes to go. Hornacek, King, Lawton. Lawton with the right hand, no good. Wallateam gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Ethan Wallateam pushes the Triton lead up to 19. He's got 8. Krieger crosses over in the lane with the left. Floater is good. 56-39. Wraparound pass to Wallateam. He slips. Save there by Lawton. Hornacek going to run the point. Swings it to King. Wallateam over to Lawton. He'll fire from 3, and it's short. Under 5 minutes to go now in regulation. Tritons up by 17. Second time this year, as that one looked like it was blocked by a Walla team, but basket is good. 56-41. The second or third time that Chris Mitchell's crossed 20 points scored in a game, as that one's poked loose from Daniel Hornacek. Again, 15-point game, 4 minutes to go. Walla team over to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Lawton. Walla team, Mitchell in the corner. Dribbles it out. And a foul, I believe, going against Randolph. It'll be Travis Alvin, his third, and team's fourth here in the second half. Inbound to Emmett Lawton. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Lawton. Lawton driving baseline and tipped into the backcourt. And out of bounds was Sam Grieger, so it'll remain Triton ball. Daniel Hornacek running the point, crosses over. Kicks it to Mitchell. Back to Walla team. He'll drive in the lane, puts up the left-handed floater, and it bounces around and in. 58-41. Meredith in the corner. Over to Travis Alvin. Down low to Ben Neiman. Working against King. Back to Travis Alvin. Jump stop. Stripped by Keegan King and a foul. It'll be 2 shots. It looked like he was going up. That'll be the second against King. He has yet to score tonight. Alvin good on the first. And good on the second. Travis Alvin up to 14. And I think it'll be a lane violation. No, not a lane violation, but a wet spot. Braden Curtin will go and clean up. He gets a round of applause from this Notre Dame crowd. 3:04 to go here in regulation. Randolph still in the press. Inbound to Keegan King. Nice pass there to Daniel Hornacek. He'll go up the right. Contact. Daniel Hornacek. To quote one Sam Legowski, he's a dog. Up to 11 points. Under 3 minutes to go. Pass over to Meredith. Alvin goes up and no good. Contact on the rebound and a foul going against Ben Neiman. It'll be a change of possession. That'll be the 5th team foul against Randolph. First against Neiman. Inbound to King. Now Mitchell, and he'll bring it back up top and dribble it out a little bit. He swings over to Lawton. Now back to Mitchell, fakes the fire. Hornacek back to Mitchell, over to Walla team. Keegan King up top. Flips it to Emmett Lawton as we're approaching in on the 2-minute mark. And Keegan King is bumped there by Travis Alvin, his fourth.
Rockets foul number 24, Travis Alvin, his fourth, team 6.
Next foul, Tritons will be shooting the 1-and-1. Inbound to Hornacek, over to Lawton. Hornacek almost loses the handle on it, recovers. Meredith tried to reach. Kick over to Lawton. Lawton crosses over, drives in the lane, stripped. And a turnover there by Notre Dame. 1:30 to go here in this non-conference contest between Notre Dame and Randolph. Floater goes up, rather could be a pass there to Alvin, but no good. Mitchell with the close handles. We want Knoll, I believe, is the chant from the Notre Dame student section, and a timeout called by head coach Brian Bobinski. Here comes the bench mob. A 30-second timeout called by Notre Dame. It'll be Max Rader, John Knoll, Sam Gard, Deuce Musial, and Kieran McClanahan checking in for Notre Dame.
Checking in for Notre Dame, number 5, Sam Gard, number 30, Max Rader, number 24, John Knoll.
Whole minute of bench mob action. Gotta love it. John Knoll will take the inbound right in front of the Notre Dame student section.
Randolph, number 12, Nolan Drews, number 14, Mason Westra, number 30.
Knoll inbounds it to Gard.
Number 22, Caleb McNichol, number 34, Nolan Drews.
Down low to Rader. He'll go to work with the left. No good. Gets the offensive rebound. Puts it up. Horns up. We'll go horns up. North Dakota State football commit Max Rader puts the bucket in. That's kind of been a joke there with the Notre Dame squad. They like to do horns down when he scores, but I'll give the Bison some love. They're playing the national championship here soon against Montana State. 62-43. Out of bounds, it'll be Notre Dame ball with 18.4 seconds to go. Nice hurdle there from John Knoll over the chain there. Everything gets commentated during bench mob time. Sam Gard will run it up. Kick to Knoll. Notre Dame's going to want him to shoot it. He will. Long. And that will do it. Tritons win 62-43 over the #1 team in Division 5. A good win there for Notre Dame. They'll play next Tuesday against Beaver Dam. That'll be a good one. Part of a doubleheader here on the Triton Sports Network, as the boys will get the early bill, and then the girls will face Strongsville, Ohio later that afternoon. That'll just about wrap it up for our broadcast this evening. For Principal Patrick Brown, Assistant Principal Greg Masaryk, President Dr. Tom Kiley, Athletic Director Matthew Koenig, Andrew Bakarik, I'm Joey Bonadonna. Have a blessed Christmas, and we will see you next week. Go Tritons.